Hello. I will introduce MODView 2013 inches program. MODView is the efficiency of the process work after all post-design, that is the solutions of practical type that can be maximizing by integrate 2D CAD functions and features of a variety of 3D CAD viewer, such as CATIA, UG, Creo. Now, as well as sharing of data between departments, you can be completely processed in a single tool operation, such as 2D drawing creation and use of 3D data. Let the function of MODView 2013, that is new edition. MODView 2013 was separated to be able to run an individual 2D and 3D. Therefore, in the case of the only 3D processing, to be able 2D part does not load, so, efficient work has enabled faster. In addition, because of a change to the ribbon menu can be seen at a glance all the features, it is easier to use, very handy now. It can be used conveniently to create a quick launch icon frequently used functions. I will explain the reading function. MODView 2013 inches is able to read the data 2D and 3D data of all. Let's look at the file. It can be read such files: CATIA, UGNX, Creo, SolidEdge, SolidWorks, IDs and Inventor for 3D part. IGES, STEP, and Parasolid, which are extension of middle compatible. And JT, and CGR, which are image file extraction. Also 2D part can be read, such as CAD drawing for CATIA, 2D for UG, DWG, DFX for AutoCAD, and CGM, HPGL and PLT files, which are output only. Especially, when save and uses MV3, that is own file format, it can be compress file size more than 95%, and prevent the loss of 3D and 2D data source, and security can also have the effect of strengthening, because the origin file is not deployed. In addition, the property of the shape and work is both compressed and stored. For instance, when you save a 520 megabytes file of press mold with width and height, 2 meter multiplied by 4 meter, you can make it 8 megabytes of compressed file as own file format of MV3, with spending 7 seconds of saving time. Excellent compression rate makes files smaller, and give you efficient file management as well as distribution through email or via internet. Opening time via MV3's own file format is faster from 2 minutes to 2 seconds than origin. Let's try to open the file. In MODView, you can open by merging the file. That extension is different, or adding files can be possible. As an additional option, you can also convert the 3D file. You can then use to send the file and convert it to file, such as IGES, STEP, Parasolid and 3D PDF. It can be seen in various ways: to front view from ISO view of the shape, and also can be displayed by selecting the surface or edge line. Can also be used if you use a clipping view, to check the cross-section easily. Change the color of the cross-section is also available. Dimensional measurement in the clipping view state is also possible. I am going to measure the linear value. First is the value of the linear X, and then measure the value of the linear Y. Copy image is also available in the current status. You can see the pop-up window to separate the part of the shape by using a detailed view function of the Model Explorer. Each shape using a bound box function, measurement of the external size possible, respectively, and will be able to make the document work using the copy function of the image. In addition, you can easily review the internal assembly by setting transparent as you like all, or part of the shape in the setting function of transparency. If you want to open the assembly feature, it is possible to remove its shape, is carried out very easily and assembly work again. Fixed and can move freely. To select the axis to select the movement model is displayed on the screen. Let's move our other model. At this time, it is possible to remove it by entering the value only as it is necessary. In this way, you can also assemble is possible to its original state by using the full reduction function shape, which has been separated, when you select a full extension, to be separated again. You can compare the model before and after the change of data by using a comparison mode. Let's open by merging the data before and after change. If you look at the Model Explorer, you can see that the data of each have been merged. It is set to change after the target model before you have run a comparison of the model of analysis menu to change the reference model. Set as you like the color, press the compare button. You can be sure that you appear shape before and after the change is distinguished by color. When you select a shape that dimension measurement, bound box to measure the outer size of the shape at one time, you can see the value of length, width, and height at once. Analysis of the measured values can be copied and attached to the document, and the shape of the measured images can be used to copy the document. This time, I will measure the weight of the shape that is often used in the sales department. You can select the shape to be measured. If you enter only the specific gravity value and the value of the thickness, anyone to obtain the weight of shape easily. It is possible not only weight, but also confirmation of the center point of weight, and it can be checked easily. Just select the shape. This time, I introduce a dimension menu. 3D dimensions can be used to check the X, Y, Z coordinates of the reference. You can recognize the feature point of shape automatically, selecting the correct position easily. It can also be used a reference coordinate function to check the X, Y, Z coordinate values around the shaft that is randomly generated. Now, check the reference coordinate to create arbitrarily axis. The name of the reference axis is also displayed along the value dimension of reference coordinate. Next, linear X, Y, Z, which is capable of measuring the shapes such as 2D and the 3D. First, it is also possible to measure the distance in the x-axis direction with linear X. It is expressed by arranging the vertical and horizontal dimension values. I measure the distance value of the y-axis direction in linear Y. Next, I am going to calculate the diameter and radius of the arc and circle. It can be easily measured when you just click the arc and circle hat you want to obtain radius or diameter. Radius measurement is possible without having to calculate the cross-section. Next is angle feature that can be measured plane and draft angle. You can see the X, Y, Z axis of the 3D space, the angle between the planes selected by using the draft angle. You can check the angle of the Z-axis. You can confirm the angle of the three directions at the same time. The following is the value of the thickness. You can see immediately the wall thickness of the shape by simply selecting solid shape. Next, let's look at the section work. That is one of the major advantages of MODView. Dynamic plane section methods are various, but let's look at the cross-section that is used more commonly. This can be easily performed work by using the virtual plane. First, it is possible for a fixed reference plane you move the axis of the virtual to do the cross-section continuously while moving freely. Enter the coordinate values to the reference of the dynamic plane section, and the operation of the cross-section at that position is possible. In addition, the cross-sectional shape of the crop in real time the position is available. If you check section view, while confirming the direct portion to be cut, but also whether the interference check is possible. It is also available to copy an image into the document and save DWG immediately. In addition, it is possible not only the primary surface. Make sure the section a few simple next, to observe in more detail the shape and apply it to real business. This time, I will introduce the ability which is 3D shape to use in 2D, and that is a great advantage of MODView. Shape that made by 2D is capable of working with AutoCAD by converting to DWG, and two-way compatibility is also available. You can be in 2D shape the three-dimensional shape of the projection command 2D view. At this time, you can create all at once plan view, front view, as well as side view, the car lineup in the shape of each by using three-angle methods. Finally, I'll tell the effects of the introduction MODView. First, the investment cost is maximized. From Eugene CATIA one person when you have invested the same cost to use. If you switch to MODView, 10 people is available, you can see the effect of more than 10 times at least. The second is a rapid application of the work. Basic training of UGNX and CATIA is consumed the time of basic education of about 160 hours per 20 days 8 hours. However, MODView is a product with high utility rates, and it can be applied to business immediately when you finish basic education for just 2 hours. So, it is used most current.